Okay, the lottery continued. We're going to talk a little bit about characters. I think that the lottery works differently than the things they carried. The things they carried, and even Cathedral, these seem to be, character-driven stories in a lot of ways. The things they carry definitely, because the plot in a way is ruined right away. We know what's going to happen, so we don't have that same kind of suspense that we have in the lottery. I think the things they carried is really a character-driven piece. We spent a lot of time with Jimmy Cross getting inside of his head, but instead I think that the lottery is a plot-driven story, right? I mean, there's suspense building, there's that kind of tension, and we're never really connected to characters in quite the same way that we are in the two stories from last week. So, we do have to talk about the characters a little bit. We have a few of them. We have Mr. Summers, who runs the lottery. We have a couple other characters mentioned briefly. They have brief conversations. There's Old Man Warner, who's the cranky old man, right? But then there's Tessie Hutchinson, and she's the one I'm most interested in. And I would like to know what you guys think, and we can bring this up in discussion. Maybe I'll add this to one of our discussion questions. But is she a static character or a dynamic character? Because, in the story, we know that she's late to the lottery, right? So, I guess when I'm asking you if she's static or dynamic, what is her opinion of the lottery, and does that opinion of the lottery change? Does she change? Because if she's really opposed to the lottery, she was late. Couldn't she have just run away? If she realizes, oh, Bill's not out cutting wood or stacking wood or whatever she thinks he's doing, this could be my opportunity to get out. Obviously she doesn't know that she's going to be chosen, but if you live in a community and you really oppose the lottery, maybe this is the time to get the hell out of there, right? But she doesn't do that, so it makes me think that at that point she buys into it, and it's only because she's chosen that she objects to it. Sometimes I have students try to argue that, she's opposed to it the whole time, but I don't know if that's true. So that's something that we can talk about, because I guess in a way she's a dynamic character because her opinion changes, but it changes under such drastic circumstances. But maybe in the discussion we can talk about Tessie Hutchinson and the qualities of her character in the story. I don't want to go off too much on it in the video because I want you guys to explore it a little bit. But think about whether she's static or dynamic, and that can be a direction that we go off on in our discussions if you want to tackle that. Okay.